You are 35, checking your bank account, and seeing almost nothing there. That number feels like proof of failure. It is not proof of anything. Panic rises fast at this age. Shame whispers that it is too late. But 35 is not a disadvantage. It is actually an unfair advantage. At this age, experience is sharper. Judgment is stronger than it was at 25. Career income usually peaks now, while reckless spending habits from youth have faded. Maturity beats impulsive youth every single time money decisions get made. This video gives you a full 14-year catch-up plan built for real people. Zero net worth today does not decide the ending of this story. The audit starts tonight. Your new financial life begins in this exact moment. Open the banking app tonight. Look at every transaction without excuses or denial. Radical honesty starts here. No more hiding from uncomfortable spending patterns and habits. Write down every debt you owe, every balance, every single interest rate attached. The truth feels heavy at first, but clarity always beats comfortable, dangerous ignorance. This audit is silent. No one else needs to know it is happening. List every subscription still running. Streaming, apps, memberships nobody actually uses anymore. Luxury brands rarely build wealth. They mostly signal status while draining real savings. Dining out several times weekly adds up to thousands lost every single year. Check your last 3 months of spending. The real pattern will surprise you. Small leaks sink large ships slowly. Financial leaks work exactly the same way. The expensive car parked outside is not an asset. It is a liability. A luxury watch does not build a retirement. It only builds an image. Ask yourself honestly if this purchase builds wealth or simply protects your ego. Status symbols fade fast. Real financial freedom lasts for the rest of life. Trade the image of wealth for the actual substance of wealth instead. A raise arrives at work. The old spending habits must not grow with it. Freeze your lifestyle exactly where it stands today, even as income slowly rises. Extra income should build assets, not fund a bigger apartment or newer car. Lifestyle inflation is silent and sneaky. It erases raises before they ever help. Discipline now means comfort later. That trade is always worth making early. Credit card debt charges brutal interest. It must be eliminated first before anything else. List your debts from highest interest to lowest. Attack the worst one first. Personal loans and store credit quietly drain money meant for real future wealth. Every dollar paid toward interest is a dollar stolen from future freedom. Toxic debt keeps a person trapped, working just to pay for yesterday's choices. This work happens quietly. No announcements, no social posts, just consistent silent action. Nobody needs to see your budget. Results speak louder than any public declaration. Silent execution beats loud intentions every single time, in every single situation. The city sleeps outside the window, while real financial change happens indoors, alone. Consistency matters more than intensity here. Small actions, repeated daily, build real change. The audit is complete. The debts are listed. The leaks are finally found. Your foundation is honest now. That honesty becomes the base for everything ahead. 35 was the wake-up call. 36 becomes the year of real action. The hardest part is finished. Facing the truth always hurts more than fixing it. Phase 1 is done. The acceleration engine starts building at first light, 5:30 in the morning. The city is quiet, and the mind is clear. Aim to save 40 to 50% of your income starting this month. Most people save 10%, if they save at all. This plan aims higher. Aggressive saving feels uncomfortable early. Comfort was never the point of this plan. Cut your biggest 3 expenses first: housing, transport, and food, in that order. Housing usually eats the largest share. A smaller space frees enormous monthly cash. A modest car with no payment beats a flashy car with a heavy loan. Home-cooked meals replace expensive takeout. The savings compound faster than expected. Every percent saved above average becomes years shaved off the entire timeline. This is not deprivation, forever. It is intensity now, for freedom later. Automate the savings the moment income arrives. Willpower fails, systems rarely do. Set your transfer to move before you even see the money land. Index funds spread risk across hundreds of companies, quietly, without daily attention needed. No stock picking, no daily charts, no emotional trading decisions required here. Buy consistently, every single month, regardless of headlines or short-term noise. Ignore market noise completely. Let your automated system work in total silence. This strategy is boring on purpose. Boring, consistent investing builds real wealth quietly. The green line on the chart rises slowly, almost invisibly, month after month. Patience beats prediction here. Nobody times the market perfectly, not even experts. Automated investing removes emotion completely from the entire long-term process. Renegotiate rent or refinance the mortgage. Every saved dollar accelerates the entire plan. Consider your commute honestly. Public transport often costs far less than a car. The subway platform is quiet at dawn. Commuting cheaply funds compounding investments instead. Meal planning before shopping avoids waste. Waste is simply money thrown away silently. Bulk groceries and simple meals feed a person well, without draining any savings. Track your 3 biggest expenses monthly. Small improvements compound into massive yearly gains. A paid-off car frees hundreds monthly. That money now builds real assets. Housing costs dropped by relocation or downsizing often fund years of extra investing. Every renegotiated bill is a small, silent victory toward the bigger financial goal. The big 3 expenses, mastered together, control almost the entire monthly budget. A promotion arrives at the office. The extra income goes straight to investing. Redirect every raise you earn directly into the automated investment account immediately. Side income from a small skill adds fuel directly to the acceleration engine. Freelance work on weekends builds extra capital without touching the core salary. Every bonus becomes an investment, never a spontaneous upgrade or impulsive purchase. Ask yourself what extra income could buy in future freedom, not future clutter. Skills learned in the corporate corridor become leverage for future raises and offers. Negotiating a higher salary once can add years of extra compounding growth. Every dollar earned above the baseline accelerates the entire 14-year timeline. The acceleration engine runs on discipline, automation, and every available extra dollar. An emergency buffer of 6 months' expenses protects the entire investing strategy fully. Build your safety buffer first, before adding extra risk into the market. This buffer means one bad month never forces selling investments at a loss. The invisible safety net lets the compounding machine run without constant interruption. 3 years into this plan, the accounts finally start looking genuinely different. Check your progress quarterly, not daily. Patience protects against emotional, costly decisions. 40-years-old approaches. The foundation built years ago is finally paying off. The morning routine never changed. Wake early, invest quietly, repeat without exception. Discipline compounds exactly like money does, silently, steadily, without needing recognition anywhere. Phase 2 is complete. The acceleration engine now runs almost entirely alone. 40 years old, and the chart finally shows a real, undeniable upward curve. Compounding rewards, patience. Your early boring years are now paying real dividends. The green line steepens now. Growth builds faster on top of itself. Money earned by money starts outpacing money earned by daily working hours. 5 years of consistency created a curve that finally looks genuinely exponential. This is the moment your quiet sacrifice starts becoming visible, undeniable, real. The portfolio grows even during ordinary days, without any extra effort required. Compound growth feels slow for years, then suddenly feels remarkably, surprisingly fast. 42 years old, and the safety buffer has quietly become genuine wealth. The numbers on the screen now represent real freedom, not just savings. Freedom does not arrive loudly. It arrives as quiet, growing financial options. You could change careers now without panic because the buffer protects you. A stressful job feels different when it is a choice, not a trap. The corporate corridor feels lighter now. Leverage has quietly shifted toward this person. Nobody at the office knows about the growing accounts. Stealth wealth stays silent. Your coworkers still discuss loans. You quietly discuss index funds and time. Wealth built this way rarely announces itself through cars, watches, or flashy clothes. The apartment balcony view feels calmer now, knowing the accounts keep climbing steadily. 45 years old, and options have multiplied far beyond the original modest plan. This freedom was built silently, one automated transfer at a time, for years. Meanwhile, old peers still lease new cars every few years, chasing constant status. Compare your quiet accounts against their loud, leveraged lifestyles, and the difference shows. Many people the same age remain trapped, servicing debt instead of building assets. Lifestyle inflation caught most of them early, and it never fully let go. The gap was never about income. It was always about consistent daily choices. Your discipline at 35 became your entire advantage by 45 and beyond. Some people call this luck. It was actually years of boring, silent consistency. The parking lot still fills with new cars purchased on long, expensive loans. Meanwhile, the quiet portfolio keeps compounding, completely indifferent to social comparison games. Being unimpressive on the outside protected real wealth building on the inside. 50 years old now, and time finally belongs entirely to its owner. Your calendar becomes yours again. Meetings become optional, not mandatory for survival. Travel becomes possible without checking a shrinking bank balance before every trip. Family time expands naturally when income no longer depends on constant working hours. The autumn park bench feels different now, sat on by choice, not urgency. This is what your 15 years of discipline actually purchased in the end. Complete psychological freedom feels lighter than any luxury purchase ever could feel. The golden hour light hits the skyline differently when time is truly owned. Peers still commute anxiously below, while this life runs on entirely different terms. Wealth built quietly now supports an entire life built completely on purpose. 35 felt like too late. 50 proves that timing was never the problem. Your starting age never decides the ending. Consistent action decides it instead. The catch-up plan works because it is simple, repeatable, and brutally consistent. Start tonight, exactly like this plan began. Your future self is already waiting. If this plan helped you, Subscribe for more honest, stealth wealth strategies.